You're listening to episode 69, Innocent Blood, directed by Sir Jonathan Landis. Now, is this the best vampire movie you've never seen before? I don't know. Let's find out on today's spooky episode of Video Villa.
This is going to be a really nice episode. Because 69, get it?
Oh, yeah. There you
get
go.
it?
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, I'm glad you got me on this one. It's going to be nice. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Tony, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I watched Innocent Blood for the first time. And I'm talking about Jonathan Landis again this year. I think I talked about, what was it, earlier this year I did Blues Brothers and Animal House.
I was about to say, man, he is one of the best. You know, he did The Stupids, which is one of the
Stupids.
Stupids, and like you said, Blues Brothers 2000.
Okay, I did that with Kaylee. That's not as good as Blues Brothers, shocker.
And you know what else? Don't forget Susan's Plan, the movie that I know you love.
I'm a Susan's Plan stan. It's my favorite of his. And of course, since we're talking about Jonathan Landis, make sure we got to give everyone a minute to mention what happened on the Twilight Zone movie. Give them a minute. There they go. Good. Now we're up to speed. You have to do that every single time or someone will bring it up.
I know.
I think me and you, not together, but we both covered American Werewolf, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yes. I did on Patreon. I think you did on main channel, right?
Yeah. And now I love John Landis films. I love his films.
I do too.
Okay. We're on the same boat here. I think when he was making them and he was in his prime, I mean, he even like Spies Like Us. I'm pretty sure he did that one too, didn't he?
I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure because that was like one of the mishaps. I mean, I would say the only one I really don't like a lot is like Beverly Hills Cop 3. Kind of just dropped the ball a little bit.
I was supposed to watch them all last year when the fourth one came out, and then I just didn't rewatch any of them.
Well, to be honest, it's the only reason why, because we were actually going to review it on our main channel.
I know 3 is the bad one. I know people say that, yeah.
Well, we were going to review it on the main channel, and we were watching it, and I was taking notes, and I'm like, God, this movie is not good. I don't want to talk about this movie. And Becca's like, okay, I don't care.
But no, I like John Landis's work a lot. And like I said, I didn't know this existed for whatever reason. You brought it up to me, and this might be one of my favorites now.
Right?
Yes, it might. I mean, Blues Brothers and Animal House is like pretty high up there.
Yeah, I mean, they're great. I mean, Trading Places is great.
That's okay, yeah, but this might be like pretty close. This might be the top 3. I really had a good time. I think I texted you. I'm like, this movie rules.
That was one thing is like, I didn't know if you were going to say anything. And I was like, well, I'll wait till the end of the episode, find out if you liked it or not. But then as soon as you said this movie rules, I'm like, okay, we could just.
Well, I will say I was a little disturbed that you picked me for this. Of course, this is October, and when you think of October, I know everyone thinks Italian American Heritage Month. And I was like, oh, wow, it's in Little Italy in Pittsburgh. Wow, I'm glad Logan picked this for me. I didn't think it was going to paint us beautiful Italian people as criminals, which we are not. And I didn't think it'd be us getting murdered for 2 hours and then becoming murderers, which what Italian would ever murder anyone, Logan?
I don't know any.
Yeah,
to be honest.
It's impossible. It's physically impossible.
They're good, God-fearing Christians,
yes.
man.
So this is a work of fiction. Only in a movie where vampires exist would Italians do anything bad. So I was offended at first, and I was ready to report all your stuff and call the cops for harassment. But then, like midway through the movie, I'm like, I'm having such a good goddamn time. I will allow this one instance of Italian racism. But no, it was a solid film. I'm excited to talk more about it.
Well, it's funny because like the original movie that he was going to work on was called Red Sleep. And apparently this was basically the studio just said it was just too weird. And it was going to be a vampire movie that took place in Las Vegas.
Okay.
To the city that never sleeps and stuff. And like something about it, like the studio was just like, we don't want to make this because it's just not what we're really looking to do. Then he was given this script and they were like, well, what do you think about doing this vampire movie? And he loved it.
Yeah.
And so that's what actually got him on board to actually starting to direct this movie. But it's fun too because I think I can't remember what country. I'll put whatever country it is. I'll put it up here. But like in another country, it was released as
what was it? French vampire in America. It might have been the internet. It might have been all the other countries.
Yeah, there's a poster. I mean, a legit poster for the film.
Yeah, apparently that might have like caused some confusion with the film, and it might have like hurt its performance. The movie didn't do well at all.
Oh no, not at all. No,
and it's like a low budget movie. It looks great for like a $20 million movie.
Right, that's what I was saying. For it to be 20. It's crazy for this movie to be considered low budget as a $20 million film, but that's exactly how much money they spent on The Shining was $20 million. You know what I mean?
But like, consider everything. It's not like all the on location stuff, the stunts, the effects.
Oh, they also had to shut down the roads and shit like that.
Yeah. I'm like, and like the cast is amazing. Don Rickles, Robert Loggia.
This movie has so many cameos, to be honest. Like, there's more cameos that went right over my head. I'm like, I know that's somebody, but I don't know who that is.
Sam Raimi.
Right? Oh my God.
A bunch of actors who would end up being on The Sopranos. Fat Tony from The Simpsons. I'm like, man, this movie's got like fucking everybody.
It's funny. It's like literally between this movie and Goodfellas, that's the entire Sopranos cast right there. Because half of the Sopranos is in Goodfellas and the other half is literally in this movie.
Yeah.
Which is wild. But I don't know, it's something, this movie, like I said in the beginning, it's the best vampire film you've never seen. I mean, it is right up there, the type of dark comedy that this movie has. It's like that perfect concoction, like other movies that remind me like Death to Smoochie and stuff like that, like are really good.
Death to Smoochie's great.
Yeah, this is right up there. And the fact that like, unfortunately, you know, this did come out after the Twilight Zone incident, which he was, I mean, Coming to America was like when he started to make his comeback. Which is another great one.
Wow, Coming to America is amazing.
Oh,
okay, sorry. That might be number one. I forgot he did Coming to America. Holy shit. I love Coming to America so much that I never watched the sequel and I don't intend to.
I didn't like the sequel. I think you're good. The only good part about this sequel is Wesley Snipes. That's the only good part.
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to forego seeing Wesley Snipes because I just can't watch Coming to America too. I'm sorry.
But yeah, man, this movie's great. And like I found it by doing my research, by looking into his other films, because we've covered several of his films already on our podcast. And when I was doing American Werewolf in London, that's when I saw this Instant Blood movie. And I looked it up and then I, just watched it on, let me just check it out. You know what I mean? And I was so shocked. I was like, first off, it's got everything. It's got gore. It's got tits. It's got ass. It's got vampires and explosions.
Yes, and Italians.
Yes.
As I mentioned before. A lot of Italian.
What the big plot of the film is a mob boss turning his entire crew into vampires to become the one and only family of Pittsburgh.
But he's not aware of the rules or anything, so it doesn't exactly go to plan.
Well, also, that's funny. This is one of those movies like we just recently talked about Near Dark, where it doesn't really explain the rules too much in vampire lore. This is the movie right there, just like it. Doesn't really kind of explain the rules, except for daylight.
No, she mentions early on what kills vampires.
Well, because a lot of them get shot in the head.
Yeah, she mentions, I don't know if we're going to get you, if you want to save it till we get to that part, but we can talk about it now.
No, we can just talk about it now, and then we'll talk about it.
So when she kills poor Fat Tony, who, by the way, if you ever listen to the Godfather audiobook, he is the reader of the audiobook.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because when we did the Godfather review, I'm like, I'm listening to the audiobook, and the guy sounds like Fat Tony, and it is. She mentions after she bites him, that's why she shoots him in the head. So it's zombie rules. You have to shoot him in the head. You got to sever like the brain from the spine and stuff, and that will kill vampires in this universe.
Got it.
And they do have reflections. They make sure to let you know early on. They make sure to let you know early on, like, what rules they change. So reflections in. Gunshot to the head is the way you kill them. And then we learn later, well, I guess we learn because she mentions it, but like sunlight is the only other thing that can kill them. Sunlight and severing the head and spinal cord.
Yeah, so like that makes sense when she starts breaking people's necks. That kills them.
Yeah. And I thought that was I'm glad she spelled it out. It might have been hard to understand what she was saying.
Yeah.
Do you have that little factoid there?
They were going to dub her, but John Landis was like, nah, I like her voice.
That was a mistake. John Landis, that was a bad idea because she's saying things. She's the narrator. And there were times where I went, what?
Yeah, I agree.
Huh? Like, I got to rewind that. What did she say? And you did the test screening. You knew that was a problem. And you were like, nope, I'm John Landis. I never make a mistake. Wow. Except that one time. We're just going to keep doing it. And then, of course, the movie bombs, probably because the few people who saw it couldn't understand what the hell that lady was saying.
Well, I mean, that's another thing is like, so like the original cut of the film was NC-17. They had to cut out about like 2 minutes of gore and sex scene. Yeah. And the sex scene's that's a sex scene right there, my friend. That's straight up softcore porn.
I feel like everything that was happening in the universe of that movie, sex would be the last thing on my mind. I'd be like, I'm sorry, I don't know. If you just find out vampires exist, I will want to know more before I put my dick in it. I'm like, do I get like vampire, like rabies or diseases from you? Does your vagina have teeth? Well, I don't know the rules.
He does wrap it.
He does. Well, that is. When was this again? This was
92.
92. This was around the time, like late 80s, early 90s. Hollywood and movies were really trying to push safe sex because it was still the height of the AIDS epidemic.
Oh, yeah, you're right about that.
So that's why, like, we recently went to that Jason Goes to Hell thing.
Yeah.
And the director talked about in the Q&A how, like, he didn't want the kids to get killed because they were having sex. He wanted them to get killed because they weren't having safe sex because they throw the condom.
Well, it's funny because that's also, like, I was talking to... Adam, the director of the film, and I was talking to him because I love My Boyfriend's Back. Yeah. It's like one of my favorite like kids movies when I was. It's not a kids movie, but it was one of my favorite movies I watched as a kid. Yeah. And he wrote the original screenplay for it and everything like that, and he stayed on as the writing partner throughout all the changes. But that was the original storyline, which was darker. And that anyway, he said he was back to like literally to the AIDS epidemic. Yeah, was these people. The zombies were like loved ones that contracted AIDS, then no one wanted to have anything to do with them. Yeah. So they were like I said, like a zombie to like their family and stuff like that. So I think that's pretty crazy that the two movies have that too coincide.
But it's just a lot of movies were doing that at that point. It was like a lesson Hollywood was trying to push. I don't know. But yeah, still, I wouldn't have sex with a vampire, especially when I just learned that they existed. I'd have more questions. I'd want to see examples of other people who had sex with vampires and if they survived.
Well, that scene too, like, I really want to talk about that scene because there's parts of this movie because it was written by Michael Walk or whatever. Okay. I haven't really seen anything else that he's made.
I think I looked him up last night. Nothing really jumped out at me.
But like this was his it wasn't like I mean Jonathan Landis he changed a little bit of stuff in the film and he added stuff like, oh, this is what I want to see this, I want to see that. But it's just kind of crazy. Like I wonder how much of that stuff was his adding. Yeah. You know, oh no, we need to spice it up a little bit more because, you know, I mean, think about back at Animal House days. I mean, he was kind of pushing the buttons a little bit. Yep. I mean, Blues Brothers is a little bit more safer of a comedy, but Animal House, like, it was kind of like the first of that raunchy generation. Yeah. You know, then we got Porky's and it became even more raunchy.
Yeah. Who was the girl in this movie? It was La Femme Nikita, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I need to rewatch that original movie.
And Perilaru. I'm guessing that's how I say it.
I have no idea. So I guess she was like hot at the time after.
Oh yeah, because that movie did really well.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's a good movie.
I remember they made the TV show. Then there was another TV show with Maggie Q, like on the CW a few years back.
Oh really? I didn't know that.
2012, Maggie Q was La Femme Nikita. I remember liking that movie when I was younger. Can't remember a goddamn thing about it. I should probably go back and revisit it.
I just remember that scene where I don't know if it's in a kitchen, but she's like kneeled down. She's got that big fucking gun and she's like wearing a dress and she's just like, go. I mean, she as a female action star does really well in that movie.
Yeah. I'd have to check it out again.
That's all I can remember.
Yeah. But she was the big thing at the moment. And then they made this.
Well, I will say it sucks. Like, it is weird that like it made $5 million off a $20 million budget. I'm like, what is, I mean, no, it's rated R and it had people, I mean, Don Rickles, for God's sake.
I know. Not that he's the sign of quality, really, but I don't know why we thought that.
Oh, and another really good thing about the movie is the special effects.
Oh my God.
I mean, Steve Johnson,
right? Yeah.
Oh my God, dude. Like he's even in the movie, which is awesome. And I'm guessing, I don't know how long their marriage lasts, but Linnea Quigley in it too. I'm like, I wonder if they were married at like 91, 92 when this was filmed.
I love when she showed up like, there's Linnea Quigley.
Mind you, her scene, probably the best acting she's ever done. I'm not gonna lie. This scream that she freaks out, I'm like, that's actually not bad. And if you've seen her movies, nothing against her. She's the sweetest woman in the world, but not the best.
No,
actress.
the effects are like probably his masterpiece. I was like astounded by them.
Top tier effects.
When we get to the John Rickles scene, I was
my God.
how does that even happen? Holy shit.
Oh no, these effects are like, once again, I don't understand why this movie didn't do well. Like, these effects are
It's
fantastic.
weird. It's not even like a cult thing. Like maybe now that it's on Tubi, people can actually check it out.
Yeah.
And maybe get some word of mouth. But like, I feel like this would have been like a big hit on video or cable. It like was totally off my radar until you told me about it.
I finally got because at the crib video rent rental we did.
Yeah.
That's when I finally found the VHS.
Yeah.
And it's funny, like whenever I'm looking for something in the wild and I finally find it, then I go and see like 5 copies. I went to like one VHS show, saw 3 copies.
That's
while I
like
was
me
there.
for years. I was like trying to get the theatrical cut of Highlander 2, which I have somewhere on VHS.
Oh yeah.
Because you can only really get the Renegade version now.
Yeah.
And it took me years to find the
Quickening.
VHS tape, and now I see them at like every goddamn show. And I'm like, of course. Awesome.
But yeah, it's crazy, man, because like I don't know. I'm so confused on like the only person like I really, besides the guy who Tim's friend who sold me the tape, but besides him and really Joe, those are the only 2 people I've ever talked to that have seen the movie.
Yeah.
Joe for Movie Dumpster.
Yeah.
Like those are like the only 2 people I've like, what do you mean you haven't seen this movie? Like, I feel like people like, I just found it. But I feel like when we do these events, I feel like more, these people are more into the niche kind of stuff. And these people are going to be more experienced in seeing it. When I would talk to people about it, I'm like, what do you mean you haven't seen it? I thought you had seen it. But
yeah, I more people do need to see it.
It's great. It's great. But yeah, besides that, I mean, we got some fun little facts that we'll talk about once we break it down. Is there anything you want to add before you read the back of the box?
No, I can just go ahead and read it.
Oh yeah, and look, the box has a bite taken out of it, which is great.
That's nice. And when I first looked at the poster, I didn't realize that there was just a dead Guido's face and a bunch of spaghetti.
Oh, can you say that?
I'm allowed to. It's my month, Logan, okay? I know it's a lot of other people's months too, but it's my month. All right. Horror meets humor when the underworld meets the underworld. Get it? 'Cause vampires and mob. The ghoul just wants to have fun. This tape, okay? Sorry if I was unaware of what this movie, the comedy that takes a bite out of crime, the ghoul wants to. That's why I didn't do well on video. If I read that, I'm like, what the fuck? Get out of here. Okay. She also wants an occasional bad guy to sink her fangs into because she never, ever takes innocent blood. And paralleled La Femme Nikita is Marie, a vampire who puts Pittsburgh in peril when she fails to kill off one of her victims, mob boss Sal Michelli, Robert Loggia of Big and Jagged Edge. And Over the Top, I added that one. Sal realizes what a lucky stiff he is, a vampire with deadly powers. If Marie and her undercover cop boyfriend, no, they weren't official yet.
No.
Anthony Anthony LaPaglia. I am a bad Italian right now. Anthony LaPaglia of Betsy's Wedding and 29th Street can't stop the mobster and his new family of goons. Pittsburgh will be the pits. Fire anyone who wrote this. This is not selling the movie well at all. Director John Landis saw in Michael Wolk's script many possibilities to be outrageous. As in An American Werewolf in London, Landis, Trading Places, Spies Like Us, turns them into outrageous screen reality, particularly in a juicy role for comedy great Don Rickles. Horror meets humor, humor meets dead-on special effects, and boy meets school in Innocent Blood. It's a terrible That was just too much.
Well, that's funny. The guy that played Joe, the main actor in the film, like he was like in everything in that like 90 pocket.
Yeah, when I saw it, he's one of those guys.
Yeah.
He's that kind of character actor.
And then he just stopped.
Yeah, I'm not used to seeing him as the main guy in anything.
So he was in this movie, and then that movie,
was it
the 22nd, whatever street.
Was
movie.
it Wedding, Betsy's Wedding, or 29th Street?
I think 29th Street, because that's if I can remember, that's the same movie that guy who did Trapped in Paradise did.
Okay.
And it was another like Christmas movie. I think it has something to do with him winning a lottery ticket or something.
Okay.
It's not too bad. But like he was like, I think if I can remember correctly, he was leading that. But he's like, what's the axe murderer movie?
So I Married an
Axe Murderer. He was the
I need to rewatch
Serpico
that.
guy.
I need to rewatch that. I remember really liking it, and I can only remember like a few things in it. I know
I didn't like it rewatching.
I know Mike Myers plays like that Scottish guy who's basically Shrek. He has the Shrek voice. I want to check it out again. Maybe I'll like it.
I mean, it's okay, but like I didn't. As far as like it comes to his like portfolio, like I mean, Wayne's World is 10 times better.
Yeah.
I mean, Shrek's better. I mean, Austin Powers is better.
Love Guru, got it.
Yeah.
Got
Oh,
it,
look.
got
Yeah. What is it? What's it? Oh shit. What's the Pop-Tart? The Pop-Tart scene where it's Justin Timberlake and he puts ketchup between two Pop-Tarts. I don't know.
I don't remember.
Yeah. That's the only thing that's the only thing I remember. I think he calls it like Italian Pop-Tart. Whatever. But yeah, I mean, like he was a guy that was hot at the time.
Yeah.
But then just fizzled out.
Yeah.
But yeah, this movie's got a lot of really good cast.
Yeah. It's
Like
a
the
solid cast.
The guy who plays Sal, like the main
Robert
villain.
Loggia is amazing. And it's so funny because I think this is years before was like a preview of his like mob boss role in Lost Highway, David Lynch's Lost Highway, especially when like in the beginning where he's screaming at the guy and hitting him. It reminds me of Lost Highway when he has like the bad driver and he like pulls the driver out of the car and yells at him for not being a careful driver and shit and starts bringing up like traffic statistics. This is like when he's talking about the toaster. I'm like, I feel like this was his audition for that. I feel like David Lynch saw this movie. It was just like, I need Robert Loggia in my movie, and he's got to do that kind of scene.
I need to go down his portfolio. Like I wasn't a huge fan, but now that I've gotten older and I've watched a little bit more like stuff behind David Lynch.
Oh,
Like,
I thought you meant Robert Loggia. No. And I'm like, oh, he was in Independence Day? He's one of the generals?
No, I mean David Lynch. Yeah. I've been slowly like picking ones out here and there. Like I've always loved Elephant Man. I thought the movie was fantastic. Yeah. Even though like I was really little when I saw it, but like even when I was little, I was like, this movie's good.
And if I remember, Robert Loggia, I think was one of the fake Hispanic guys in Scarface. I could be wrong. Go back and watch my Scarface episode. I think he's one of the many guys in that movie that are tanned very brown, even though they're not.
Wait, is that him in the club? Is that him at the club?
That's like one of the main mob guys that Tony takes down.
Right.
Go back, check.
In the club, yeah.
Scarface. I'm pretty sure he's in Scarface.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because he's super tan.
Oh God!
Oh, you're right. Frank Lopez.
Yes. Lopez. And I reviewed that with my good friend Royce Lopez. They look exactly alike. Robert Loggia, Royce Lopez, same person.
Oh man!
So he had experience being a mob guy, but like specifically this performance.
It's crazy.
It feels like his character in Lost Highway is the same person.
He's crazy in this movie. Literally, they just completely like, and it's not even like once he became the vampire, he became unhinged. He was already unhinged before.
He was already. That's the fun twist. It's like, oh no, you got the biggest prick in the world to be a vampire. You fucked up, lady.
All right. So let's get in the movie. So It opens up with Marie. She's narrating it, and this is basically our intro into the film. And right off the bat, just drops trowel and gets naked. Like, I mean, like. If you're not ready, you're ready now.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And for a very petite lady, she's very beautiful.
Yes.
Very beautiful. But yeah, she has basically given us a little backstory where she needs to feed again, but she's become very particular on what she likes to feed on.
Yes. She doesn't like to feed on innocent blood. So I think she looks for bad guys.
Yes. Which is kind of like, but like a Dexter, basically, you know what I mean? Like
so she only wants to eat like really bad guys. Why does she go to Little Italy? What is the correlation there? I don't know. That's weird that she would pick our wonderful, brave, noble people as
no. I mean,
bad guy.
I think there's even people given to charity when she shows up.
Yeah. But continue.
I mean, that's what those toasters were for. They were donating.
Yes.
Tony. They were donating them to the church. So she is feeling Italian.
Yeah. She says, like, I was in the mood for Italian. So I do the bonus show Blade Boys on Patreon. Like, my co-hosts just love to make Italian jokes. But they joke, like, I think the most recent one they joked about, it's like, vampires can never go to Italy. There's too much garlic and everything. So when the one scene that comes up happens, I had to send it to them right away. I'm like, holy shit, we make this joke on our show. But it's like, yeah, I feel like garlic is a thing. The vampires be like, we gotta stay away from the Italians. They use way too much of that shit.
Which is funny because you would think that, because it would you eat a lot of garlic, it comes out of your pores and stuff.
Yeah,
like that. That is funny.
I guess there's no religious thing in this movie for vampires.
Yeah, because she goes in the church.
Yeah, because then that would be like, I'm a vampire. Where should I go? Yes, around the people who carry 1,000,000 crosses and garlic. Still stupid that she picked garlic, but.
Good point. All right, so she ends up showing up, and she basically, we see an interaction. Well, sorry, before the interaction, we get to meet our other main character, Joe. Mm-hmm. Basically, he is part of the mob, but he's not fully part of it yet.
He's like a new guy.
Yeah, he's a new guy. He's not a made man yet. Yes. You know what I mean? He's still fresh. He's still proving himself. So we see him doing a sit down, but someone doesn't get up.
Yeah. And before, one of the running gags, because I think, what's his face? Landis likes to play like old movies.
Yes.
And stuff. And like the first one, they play a bunch of them throughout this, but the first one is Beast from 20,000 Fathoms. Mm-hmm. What's his face? Fat Tony's just like, wait, or I don't know if it's Fat Tony or the other guy, but he's just like, hold on. And they watch like the monster eat someone. He's like, I love it. Let's go down there.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it is Tony. He's looking at the TV. He's like, and then right before they go down in the basement,
But yeah, so the restaurant's bugged. They know the restaurant's bugged, so they have to do all the business in the basement.
Yeah. So basically, they're talking to this guy, and long story short, they stole from a truck, and they get the full amount that was due in a way. So technically, they're considering him like a thief or whatever. Yeah. So to Joe's understanding, it was just a plain sit down, not a killing.
Yes.
But that was not the way it was going to take place. And literally, we find out a little bit later the reason why Joe's not cool with it, because he is an undercover cop.
Yes.
Yeah, and he is not cool with just this guy getting murdered in front of him. So he tries to stop it, backfires. So then Sal's is like, all right, then you kill him.
Yeah.
And then so he gives him the gun, and that's what he's like, you know, I'm a thief. That's what I do. You know, I don't kill people. He's like, well, if you want to be in there, you got to kill somebody.
And then Sal's just like, just fucking die, bang. Which the place is bugged. They're gonna hear the gunshot.
Yeah. So they end up basically, he gets in trouble. So Tony takes him outside, and at one last point, like for him to try to like, you know, kind of like not make them be suspicious of him.
He calls out the
undercover vehicle.
Van. Yeah. He starts shattering. He's like, get out of here.
Which they basically breaks glass in all the guy's face, and it cuts his face, which he gets super fucking pissed about later. But yeah, so we end up doing that just to prove himself. And this is when we get introduced to Marie again. She's like walking across the street as Sal literally almost hits her with her car. Yeah. And he, you know, starts cussing at her, calls her a dumb bitch and whatever. And then she plays her like dumb broad little escapade and ends up, you know, seducing him. Yes. And he offers her a ride. And they end up going like this like lookout point kind of like area. Yes. And
there is a bunch of hills in Pittsburgh that you can see the city from.
Oh, nice. And then they end up getting to this one point. They start getting hot and heavy. And, you know, he's not really into that kind of kink. Yep. And she bites him once and he's not really cool with it. And this is when we get the reveal. It's great.
So those color contacts, those will become like a big thing in the 90s. I think Demon Knight ended up using them afterwards. Okay. And the made-for-TV Dune series, they used a lot of the black lights with the color.
Oh, yeah, the blue light. Yeah. I remember the blue ones. Yeah.
Which is funny because when you watch that series, you could tell when like a light is a little too close to the actor because then you see it glowing on their face when it's not supposed to. But those color contacts were so cool.
They're super cool. The only bad thing, oh my God, if it sucks because Man, every person who wears them looks like they're fucking cross.
I know.
Well, at least every time she wears it, like literally, it's just like one eye's looking over here. It sucks as it's such a cool effect. And then later we get an even cooler effect in the hotel room.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That scene I really liked. That was cool. Before this, I forgot to say, she ran into Joe and she was going to kill him, but then she looked into his eyes and understood he was innocent blood.
Yes.
But yeah, so yes, like you're back to the lore that you said. This is when we find out that she can drain the vampire to prevent them from becoming another drain the person, prevent them becoming another vampire. She has to like either destroy the head or whatever.
And she brings a shotgun just for this occasion.
For some reason, I feel like I remember like really seeing that scene. And I rewatched the film for the review, and I'm like, I could have swore I felt like I saw her literally shoot the guy.
Probably confusing it because Tom Savini's in this. You're probably confusing it for Maniac when Joe Spinell jumps up the thing and blows his head off.
But yeah, like so she ends up blowing basically his head off, and then we cut later to the next day, and this is when we find out that Joe is a undercover boss.
Yes,
undercover boss. What?
Yeah,
undercover
he's in
cop.
the organized crime unit, and Angela Bassett, very young Angela Bassett, just like, you're fucked, buddy. This isn't good.
What also sucks, like, here's the thing that makes no sense to me. So we find out this guy's been killed, and Tony's been killed, and Joe's in too deep because he starts calling him his friend and stuff like that. And that's when Angela Bassett's like, no, you're done. You're done. We're pulling you out. And they just decide to blow his fucking cover.
Yeah.
In an article in the newspaper. Why in the hell would you First off, that would never happen.
Yeah.
Because those other people are still alive.
His cover would have been blown when he never showed up again. Yeah. But like the whole world didn't need to know.
No.
Like, holy shit.
And then that's another thing is like literally the next day they get the paper, they find out this motherfucker's been a rat this entire time. That's the dumbest thing you could fucking do.
I know.
Oh my God, it makes no sense.
Yeah.
No sense. So now it's later and Marie has made her way back to the mob bosses.
Yeah.
And the mob boss crew or whatever. And now her new victim is Sal.
Yes.
And she like breaks his balls a little bit.
And she mentioned, she's like, I shouldn't have gone that night.
So Sal ends up picking her up and he's like, I'll give you a lift. I'll give you a lift.
Yeah.
And he brings her back to his place.
And what is her Achilles heel? Italian food. He cracks open the food. He's like, hey, I got these fish heads for you.
He's like, you're too skinny. You need to put some meat on your bones.
Yeah, and she opens up and she smells the garlic. She's like, no, I'm very sensitive. And it totally throws her off. And of course, he's a mob boss, so all his windows have bars and shit on them. So she's like panicking. Because the garlic is just like weakening her.
Yeah, so she takes off to the bathroom, which is a gorgeous bathroom, by the way. And then he comes in and he is just like, I mean, he's ruthless.
Yeah, I don't know if you know this. He's a bad guy. He's a mob boss. He probably does bad things.
So he's like basically starts coming on to her and stuff like that. And she attacks him and starts to drain him. And then they go back into the tub and she's draining him. And then he pulls out a gun and shoots her in the stomach.
Which normally probably wouldn't have fucked her up if she didn't inhale all the garlic.
You're probably right. Because that's another thing is like she does say there are certain things because we also learn that like once he feeds, he becomes a lot more strong.
Yeah.
He becomes stronger. And it's also kind of thing is because it's been a minute since she's fed.
Yeah.
Because
it's been like 6 days plus the garlic. She actually ate the day before. Never mind.
She ate the day before, but like after he feeds, it's been days because she's trying to find him and kill him and stuff like that. But yeah, so like she has to run away.
Yeah.
She has to get out of there.
Because then I guess the security guard comes.
Yeah.
And she's too weak to fend him off at that moment.
Exactly.
So she has to like get out. She's not able to stop him from even though we learn later in the film she just snapped the neck and I think she had plenty of time to do that. Yeah. But whatever. Garlic and a bullet in your chest or abdomen, that'll mess up your thinking. So she kind of takes off. Not too far though. She only makes it to the roof.
So now the cops find out. So they show up and they start examining the body. Joe shows up.
Yeah.
And then we find out that the body is just like Tony's.
Yes.
It's been drained of blood. There's no blood anywhere.
Yes, but it's still warm.
Exactly.
And the coroner's like, I don't think I should know anything that's happening right now. We're just going to pretend nothing's happening.
So while Joe's there, the other mob boss people see him. They have their words with him, calling him a rat and shit like that. And now he's been once again, he's not even supposed to be there. He's supposed to be witness protection at this point.
Yeah.
So he ends up finding a trail of blood that leads up to the rooftop. So he goes up to the rooftop and we get this a real jump scare, which is kind of like, if you don't see it coming, it could scare you.
It startled me, yeah.
Yeah, so then we see basically Marie jump on, and is this the scene where she changes her voice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, "Rah, rah, rah."
Yeah. Which is another kind of cool thing.
Yeah.
I when she does do it, even though you can't understand a damn word she says, especially with the voice effect, it is pretty freaking cool.
Yeah.
So he ends up doing this whole like chase scene where he's chasing her through the roof. He follows her to a church. He goes inside the church and he's looking around. And we never had churches like this when I was growing up. Was your churches? Because I know you say you're Catholic. Were they all like light the candles and shit?
I've only ever seen that in movies. However, I've never like really gone into like I've been to like a couple churches in New York, but just to look around.
Got it.
No, what a big Catholic church does in the middle of a city, I feel like I only ever see that in movies.
Right. I don't know.
My church was closed at night unless there were night services. They're not just like open for everyone. Right. In movies, they're always open for everyone.
Oh yeah. I mean, what's called Home Alone and shit like that.
Yeah.
Man of Steel.
Yeah.
The preacher's there. He sits down, talks with them. But yeah, he walks in. He's looking around. It is a really nice, cool scene, and she's flying. I'm guessing.
Kind of.
Because we're just seeing a POV of her eyes. And clearly it's from high up.
She can climb, though.
Yeah, she can climb.
Yeah.
But it's very interesting because, like, that's why my thought was like, when I first watched, I was like, are we going to see her fly like Lost Boys?
They do have weird, like, movements and stuff, but I don't think they could full on fly.
I didn't think so either.
Because then
it's just very interesting.
Before
this
a
one
scene coming up, she probably wouldn't have needed the car and did what she did if she could fly.
True.
So I think she could just climb pretty high.
Oh, maybe she's like going from the rafters, and maybe that's what we're causing. But yeah, she jumps out and ends up going through the doors. He chases her into a thrift store. Is this where she takes the shower? Or was that in the church? No, that was in the thrift store, right?
I can't remember.
But anyway, she ends up taking a shower, washing the blood off her, and she goes to a thrift store to get clothes. Yeah. He follows her into the thrift store, and she pulls a Michael Myers from H2O. One arm, lat pull down. And she drops down, and she basically says, if you follow me, I'm going to kill you. Yeah. Leave me alone. Really, really cool scene. Yeah. He at one point, he chases her with the dog and stuff like that. It's not like,
the guy's like, that's my dog,
which is kind of funny because it's like, okay, these are kind of cool because like animals clearly Lost Boys animals knew when vampires were vampires. Near Dark was which maybe we just covered. The horse knows about vampires and stuff like that. Yeah. So that's kind of a nice little thing that animals sense things that us humans don't sense, which is really cool. But now we're back at the morgue. Yeah. And this scene's great.
This is Frank Oz, right?
Yeah. I mean, there is gore everywhere.
There's just a dude just full on chest exposed, just sitting on a table next to him.
Yeah.
Looks like Reanimator.
Oh, really?
With all the corpses.
Really? Like, this is like when that movie, like, holy shit, like, this movie has like actual horror movie elements in it, even though it's mainly leaning towards on the comedy side. But yeah, they start examining the bodies and stuff like that. Yeah. And
Sal just gets up.
Well, first off, he burps in the bag.
And they don't believe, they're like, oh, it's just gas that happens. But then he just wakes up.
And they're looking at him like they're like, literally, he's supposed to be dead.
I love it. He's like, what hospital is this? He's like, it's not, it's a morgue. But this is my favorite thing. Usually like vampire stuff is like secretive and whatnot. But no, there's a huge press conference where the one cop has to talk about the death of this major mob boss, and then he just runs past the camera with the coroner and everyone chasing him, like just totally alive, and no one knows what to say. They're like, he's live, and they're like, what the fuck? He was dead.
Machete, there's machete. So yeah, he ends up taking off. He ends up stealing a car and makes his way to his attorney's house.
Yeah, Don Rickles.
Don Rickles, which is funny because as soon as he gets up, he's like, "I'm gonna sue all those motherfuckers."
Yeah. He hasn't like caught on that he is a vampire yet. He wants to eat like raw meat.
Yeah, he looks like shit.
Yes,
he literally looks like shit.
Oh, when you're like a fresh vampire, like drained, the makeup effect is crazy. But yeah, I love he comes out and he's yelling, but then he's just like, I need to eat. He's just eating a steak that's not even cooked yet.
Oh yeah. Then at one point he like starts to like heating it up on I don't like at one point it seems like he's just like sucking the blood off, basically.
Yeah.
Then he starts heating up on the stove and shit like that.
Yeah.
Joe finds out that Michelle's alive.
Yeah, what is it again? Yeah, Machete.
Sorry. That Sal Machete is alive. And he ends up making his way to his attorney's house because they find out like that's where he possibly will be staying. Mm-hmm. So he makes their way to his Don Rickles' house. Now, mind you, he's alive and all his goons are there.
Yeah.
So, of course, they're going to try to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why he would think to go there. And also, he's unarmed because they took his gun.
Yes.
Because he's supposed to be witness protection.
Yeah, yeah.
And so he ends up, Sal finds him outside the window, and he ends up picking him up and choking him. And it's funny because like Manny, who is Don Rickles' character, he's like, don't kill someone on my front lawn, Sal.
Please don't kill a cop on my lawn.
He hits him in the back of the head with a shovel, and he ends up dropping him. To knock some sense into him, basically.
And Sal's just like, I'm not bleeding. I'm like, fine. You hit me in the head with a shovel.
He takes him to his basement.
Yeah.
And he's like, listen, Sal. We need to come up with a plan, okay? Okay. Everyone thinks you're dead, okay?
Yeah.
We can lean into this. You know what I mean? Like we can like if everyone thinks you're dead, we can make this work for us. But the only thing that he can think of is the fact that like he's not, there is no blood and stuff like that. So he finally understands what he needs, and that's blood. And he ends up attacking
poor Don Rickles,
which is great. We get the blood splatter on the light switch and stuff like that.
Yeah. I love when they're trying to move what's-his-face's body and they drop him and the wife is looking out the window. They're like picking him back up.
So the other guys pick up Joe, put him in the back of the car. Meanwhile, Don Rickles' wife makes her way downstairs.
Yeah, and finds Sal just like covered in blood. Like, he's fine. Don't worry about it. He's fine.
Nah. He's just resting. And
she just runs out. Oh my God, he's dead! As the cops are coming by.
Oh, it's funny. So they end up seeing Sal outside, and they're waving him, but like, come on! And we see this we see the the lightning speed of a vampire.
Yeah,
and he like
this is a couple years before. I mean, it was in the book, but this is a couple years before Interview with the Vampire. That would then do this effect. Obviously, the book did it first.
Yeah.
But when it comes to on screen, I think this did that effect kind of first.
Yeah, because they didn't do anything with lightning speed in like Lost Boys or Near Dark or anything like that.
Not in the way it was like shot and edited. Like Interview the Vampire did it almost verbatim like this.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, was it in Fright Night? I don't think so. I'm not too sure.
I don't know.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of other movies. I guess this is the same year as Dracula. Maybe Dracula did a little bit, but no, just the whole like the camera cutting and he's already there.
It's great.
That's very Interview with the Vampire, but this kind of beat it to the punch. I think.
I mean it's great, and it works too with that comic value too because it's funny when you see it.
Yeah.
So they end up getting in the car, and they take off, and they are going to go basically kill Joe. They go down to the docks to kill him, but Marie comes out of nowhere. And literally runs over Sal, hits Sal with the car, and then gets out and ends up killing the other mob guy.
Yeah.
The one that, I can't remember his name, but the one with the slick back hair or whatever. Ends up breaking his neck because they're in the middle of like feeding him into a garbage truck.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then Joe ends up able to grab a gun and ends up shooting the other guy in the foot. And they end up throwing him in the car. And then they end up taking off together.
Yes.
Yeah.
they all take off.
So now we get a cool, like, kind of like not a really good car chase scene, but it is fun because
I thought it was solid. Yeah, that is one thing. John Landis is pretty good at car chases.
I was about to say that. Really,
Yeah.
he is.
Yeah.
He is. And that's, to be honest, not to bring it up again, but like Beverly Hills Cop 3, 1 and 2 had great car scenes.
Yeah.
3 doesn't really have any good ones.
Well, Blues Brothers had a great car scene.
It really does. It really does.
Blues Brothers 2000, not so much. Although I think they did break the record for like most damaged cars. In 2000 because they have that one just pile up scene. Where they just kept adding more cars to it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, God, when they're in the mall. It's the mall, right? In the first one?
Yeah, the first one.
Oh, my God, it's so great.
When it comes to Blues Brothers, I'm talking about like the end where they're all over Chicago.
Yeah. Oh, my God. I will say, there's nothing that brings a smile to my face than a good car scene.
Yeah.
I'm not like car crashes in general, but like in like Beverly Hills Cop 1, like there's this great scene of like this just semi truck just plowing through cars. And it's awesome. But yeah, so there we get this car scene chase or whatever where Sal's hunting one down. And at one point, at the end of the chase, so they end up breaking off, and Marie's like, "It's about to be daylight. We need to find cover."
Oh wait, we forgot the lead up before the chase when Marie jumps off the church and just shatters the car to steal it, but then she doesn't know like how to drive. Really,
I really appreciate it if you would drive,
because the lights were like sensitive to her eyes and shit. Like, wait, why did you damage the car so much if you meant to steal it?
Well, that's another part was when she does damage the car, he she's like, "I'm sorry about your car." He's like, "It's not my car. That's why would you do this? Wasn't my car."
Oh wait. Or no,
because he steals the car. Yeah. He steals the other cop's car.
He's like, "Is this the police car?" He's like, "This isn't my police car." But yeah, she notices the sun's coming up, so she's smart and heads right for a motel.
Yeah.
And Sal, unaware of his like version or whatever to the light, is driving and the sun comes up and he goes, "What the fuck?" As he just starts burning up. He's like, "What is this?"
So he like drives to like, I guess, a factory he owns on the dock or something.
Where Sam Raimi is the manager.
Well, then when he comes in, he doesn't park the car. He plows it into another car. He gets out. He's all smoking and stuff like that. And he, Mr. Machete, I didn't know you were going to show up so soon. Because like I said, it's just a butcher or whatever. Kind of like in Wood Rocky and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's just so funny that it was Sam Raimi. Like, oh, there he is.
Once again, we are. Do we already see Dario Argento? Or was that? Or
I think we already saw Argento. We definitely saw Frank Oz already.
Yeah. So, but yeah, he ends up going into the freezer and stuff like that. He's like, I'll just be right here. He's like, "Well, sir, you're in the freezer." He's like, "Get out! Turn off the lights." Oh, okay. But then yes, we see Marie and Joe pull into a hotel room, and meanwhile, while they're checking in, it cuts back to Don Rickles.
Yes.
He's getting taken off into the hospital, and he ends up waking up in basically a bed. Looks like dog shit. Yeah. Like just like Sal right now looks like shit. And we get this. I mean, I love the fact that it was him that did this scene, because that's I mean, as far as his film portfolio goes, like this scene, like this clip of this scene shows up on a lot of like horror pages and stuff like that, where it's just like, I don't know if you've probably seen them on Instagram, but they'll just show a clip and they won't tell you what movie it is.
Oh God, those
to get the comments, so it pushes it on the algorithm, which is bullshit.
Yeah,
if you're doing it, stop it.
I do. That is one benefit to like AI stuff. The AI description will be like, "This is from this." I'm like, "Thank you, thank you."
But yeah, so he ends up waking up and he has that thirst for blood.
But the nurse opens up the window, which again, ahead of its time,
let the right one in.
Let the right one in.
Yep.
Basically just did this scene. That's the problem with this being such a flop. People are just taking from it.
Really? I mean, way before that. I mean, really, like that's like 2000s.
I think even the book might have been after this movie.
Oh, really? Okay. I didn't know it was a book.
Yeah. Well, fact check it. Watch. We're going to find out Let the Right One In was written in 1960, whatever. But no, I was watching the scene. I'm like, oh, this pretty much is the Let the Right One In when that poor lady's a vampire. She doesn't realize it.
Oh, yeah. It's great. So he just starts smoking.
The cracks with the red embers coming out.
Oh, my God. It's great.
And then he's just like peeling away like dust. I'm like, that is so fucking. What you gonna? They grab his arm, the arm pops off, and then his wife, I think, pops in randomly. It's like, ah!
Yeah, it's Leo Quigley pulls up, grabs his arm. Steve Johnson comes running in and stuff like that. She grabs it, drops it, and it crumbles to Amber. And she freaks out, runs out, and then it cuts back to his face, and it's just deteriorating, smoking.
It looks like in Terminator 2 when the new kits, and they're all just like kind of charred and they blow away like leaves.
Oh, it's great. It's great. This scene, so good that it was like once again, like this movie. If you haven't seen it, you should watch it just for this scene alone.
Yeah.
Really.
And they kind of foreshadow it too, because they play the Christopher Lee Dracula where what's his face jumps on the curtains and rips them off and lights them all on fire.
Well, that was the one thing is too, because like when John Landis was working on this film, he wanted it to feel more like the Hammer films.
Yeah.
He wanted that essence, but just to be a little bit more of a newer age version of it. Which, to be honest, I think if you look at it in that demographic, I think he did a good. I think that's not a far-fetched saying. You know
I actually have a Hammer horror collection of Draculas over there that I've been meaning to pop on. It's been a long time since I watched any of them.
No, I've got the only one in my collection. I just had the Mummy one. You know, like what's called but that's the only one that, like I have in my collection right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, so unfortunately Manny dies, and now
Manny Musket. Oh no, Manny! Sorry, I got real scared. I was about to make a few phone calls.
We head back to the hotel, and now this is where things started getting spicy.
Yes,
this scene where she starts coming on to him, and he's like refusing her. Yeah. He's like, no, I don't want to do anything with you. And she gets all naked, gets in bed. She's like, fine.
Yeah.
And then he starts like looking at her underneath the covers and stuff like. He's like, all right, well, I don't know, maybe.
Yeah.
You know. And basically she comes to, and she just basically explains to him, like, listen, I think I really need this right now. He's like, well, what if you are you gonna bite me or something? And she is like, no. And she rubs his dick and is like, I need this more than blood right now.
And then he pulls the condom out. And then she like bends over to get handcuffed.
What? Oh my God.
And then midway through, she just Hulk Hogan's breaks the handcuffs off.
Like I said, like this scene is wild.
Yeah. I mean, it was just an excuse to have a sex scene. I'm just thinking of like everything that was going on. I'm like, this would be the last thing on my mind right now.
Well, it's just crazy because like,
especially with her, I'd be like waiting by the door, waiting for the sun to go down. Like, I gotta kill that guy.
Well, the thing is like, also like with this, I mean, this is a very graphic sex scene.
Yeah.
For just a major motion picture.
Yeah. I mean, graphic. It's like a Cinemax sex scene.
Yes. Really. Well, that's what I mean. Like a lot of motion is going on that would really simulate that.
Yeah.
And this is the scene I was talking about earlier where like it's cool because as she like is getting pounded, her eyes are changing to different colors, which is really cool.
Which I read. I haven't gotten to it yet, but I will be reviewing all the Underworlds at once. But apparently one of the Underworld movies kind of takes this.
Oh, really?
Apparently one of the IMDb trivia things, like Celine's eyes will change colors during a sex scene in one of the Underworld.
Gotcha.
But I haven't heard, at the time of this recording, I haven't watched it yet. I will confirm later on. This is how influential this movie was. The very few filmmakers who saw it ended up taking a lot from it.
Well, it's crazy too. Like I said, like as far as like when it comes to the special effects, they're really well done. And it's weird that this movie, you know, even with like all those major 80 documentaries, you know, In Search of Darkness and stuff like that, like none of those movies talked about this movie. I watched the first set of the 90s one, the 1990 to 1994 or whatever.
It was this overlooked?
No, this wasn't. Kronos was on there out of all movies.
Well, yeah.
I mean, it's a good movie, don't roll.
And like, that is like the origin of Guillermo del Toro, who became big. Again, this is kind of like on the downswing of John Landis.
I don't wonder if it's just like people just don't want to talk about John Landis.
Yeah, because he's in enough things.
You know, okay. Because that was the one thing is like Bravo's 100 Scariest Moments was a big thing when I was young. And that was that was in the 2000s. Remember, they came out every Halloween. It was like, yeah. So like, and they actually had real new interviews with John Landis, which I mean, at that point, like I said, that was been a while since someone sit down and actually talk to him about his films and stuff like that. Yeah. So I thought that was really cool. But yeah, like this movie alone, like I said, like, there's so much good things happening in this movie, which it's
well,
like
also keep in mind, like the 90s, much like the late like 2000s, it's the early 90s were big on vampires.
There
was a lot. Again, this is 92. Bram Stoker's Dracula is pretty big. Buffy is out around this time, which not as big, but would end up becoming like
the show.
Huge phenomenon.
Yeah.
There was a lot of vampire shit. We're not too many years away from Interview. It was all over the place. I'm sure everyone was watching Forever Night on television, the movie about the vampire Private Eye, or the TV show about the vampire Private Eye.
I have not seen it.
It was a fun show.
Forever Night?
Yeah, it's called Forever Night. I think it was a TV movie with Rick Springfield, but shocker, Rick Springfield did not come back for the TV show. I watched reruns of the TV show on Sci-Fi Channel in the late 90s.
Oh, nice.
So a lot of vampire stuff's happening. This one, unfortunately, just got brushed under the rug, which is funny because it's like better than a lot of the ones I mentioned. It's better than Buffy, that's for sure.
Well, that was because in the 70s and early, like in the 70s and like 60s and stuff, that like the vampire stuff was more of a gimmicky thing. It wasn't seen as being as like, I don't know. It was always like people kind of like look down on it, basically.
Well, like vampires are like a forever thing.
Yeah. Well,
they're always going to be around. But every like 10 or 20 years, there will be like a big boom in vampire stuff. And like early 90s, late 2000s, you have these huge with like the Twilight, True Blood, and all that stuff. Same with this. I don't know when the next one's going to be. Because again, vampires are just kind of, I guess actually now it's happening. We had Universal tried how many Dracula movies recently? They did Abigail, The Last Voyage of the Demeter, and Renfield, like all within 2 years. We
had Sinners, which
we just did Sinners. We just did Nosferatu. So I guess it's kind of happening again.
True. Yeah. Because it's funny too. Because
the Interview the Vampire show. Yeah. I guess it's happening again.
Yeah. Like you bringing up the 2000, the late 2000 with the Twilight, boom and stuff. It's, if you ever look up like Near Dark on Blu-ray. Did you see it?
I watched your guys' episode. I think I mentioned that. I might have mentioned that in an episode with Joe. We were talking about like Blu-ray covers that are misleading. And I remember because I have that special edition DVD of Near Dark.
Yeah.
Great episode, by the way. I watched that whole episode. I loved it because I had the very similar experience that you guys, someone gifted me that movie.
Yeah.
And they're like, we figure you might like it. I'm like, all right, I put it on. I'm like, they nailed it. I liked it. But I remember when they like Near Dark on Blu-ray and I looked it up, I'm like, what is that cover? No.
He's got pale skin, red lips, just like this cover pretty much.
Because they want to trick newer people who don't know. It's a
Well, the 2000s was doing it. Like, do you remember when they, Monster Squad came on DVD?
Yeah.
The really crappy DVD artwork.
Yeah.
Same thing with The Gate. They did the exact same thing with The Gate. Really crappy DVD artwork.
My friend was giving me some of his DVDs. I forget one. He had like, it was an original movie, but the cover had like models and stuff on. I'm like, oh, they want to trick you into thinking this is like the remake or a newer version. Yeah, that was like a thing that happened.
Yeah. Like I have the Trick or Treat with Gene Simmons and
on
the front.
We watched that at the Mahoning Drive-In, and I had to show Crystal what the cover looked like.
Oh my
and I'm
God.
like, by the way, this is what the cover tries to advertise. I'm like, they look nothing like that.
Well, the thing is, like, when I saw that in Movie Gallery, what's called, I passed it up. I'm like, I'm not renting that. I don't give a shit about Ozzy Osbourne and Gene Simmons in a movie together.
Yeah.
They have nothing to do with them. I mean, they're in the movie, but you know what I mean? They have nothing to do with the movie.
Yeah, they're not the stars. That thing makes it seem.
But yeah, so basically we cut back. Now we're at the meat factory. And Sal has awakened and his crew shows up. And this is when Sal gets the idea. He's like, you know what? I have this gift. I was given this gift. And I want to give this gift to you.
Yeah.
And he starts turning people.
He turns the one guy.
Yeah.
And they don't realize they think he's just dead. And then later when they pull him up, they pull him out of the trunk. He's just alive. And they're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. They throw him in the trunk, because they think they're going to get rid of the body. Yeah. They're like, and they pull up to, I guess, a club he's partnered with or whatever, that strip club or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, open the trunk. Like, Sal, in broad daylight. He's like, open the trunk. And then the guy gets out. Like I said, once again, he looks like, I guess once you're first turned, you look really crappy.
You look like you have to like eat right away.
Yeah, you have to feed. And he comes out and he's alive. He feels fine and stuff like that. So then we go into the club. Titties everywhere.
Yep.
Everywhere.
All over.
Very classic 90s silicone titties.
Yep.
So the guy's like freaking out that he's there. He's, I thought you were dead. And so they're like, we're going to be upstairs. We're going upstairs. Okay. So they end up going upstairs, and that's when he lets everyone know his plan. And now it's daytime. Sorry, it's nighttime. And Marie and Joe, now they're on the look for Sal because they need to kill him as soon as possible because every time he feeds, he gets stronger. And he's fed a lot too. So they are making their way to the club. They finally find the club and everyone's gone. No one's there. And they end up going upstairs.
I love the one guy wants to hit her with the bat and she just grabs it and knocks him out.
Well, yeah, so she grabs the bat, knocks him out. He ends up falling down the stairs, and then he's going to kill Joe.
Yeah.
Because he falls on Joe, and then Joe ends up blowing his brains out.
Yeah.
Which is like, okay, like I said, okay, breaking, a gunshot to the head will kill him after they've turned.
Yeah.
And then she goes and saves one of his partner guys.
Oh, it was Louis Guzman, right?
Yeah, Gomez himself.
Yes, Gomez Adams, very young Gomez Adams.
Yeah, this movie's got tons of people.
I know, right? When he popped up, like, oh, there he is.
The one guy that she said Joe just killed was the guy from Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah.
And,
Kim Coates is
it? Coates, yeah.
Who is who I just talked about in Silent Hill. He was Detective Gucci in the Silent Hill movie. Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't remember that. Shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he's in there. He gets shot, and so he makes his way back upstairs. Everybody else gets to the roof. Before that, though, like freaking whoever is still left in there, Marie ends up breaking their necks.
Yeah.
And it's kind of cool because like we get to see more eye contacts too, because like some vampires have different color eyes.
Yeah.
Like when Don Rickles first changed, his eyes were completely different than Marie's. They were like purple and they had like more squiggly eyes and stuff on them. These contacts are super freaky.
I know, they're awesome.
He makes his way upstairs. Marie makes her way up to the roof and she ends up killing the other two guys, blowing them right away.
The one guy just like falls over and just collapses on the street. He gets hung upside down.
And Sal is on his way to basically kill Marie, but she's out of bullets.
Yeah.
He goes to attack her and she ends up pulling the doorknob off and trying to stab him. And he ends up stabbing her in the stomach, right?
Yeah.
He redoes it and stabs the doorknob into her stomach. And he ends up getting away.
He like crashes on the sign and then jumps off.
Yeah.
But then he gets into like an accident, even though he's super fast and could avoid it. A bus and a car kind of sandwich him.
Yeah.
This is another reminder of when he yells at the bad driver in Lost Highway, when he starts yelling at the bus driver.
Where'd you learn how to drive? He breaks the window, starts choking the bus driver. And this is another scene. So we end up Joe makes his way up to the top. He needs to get his way back down. This scene is when I will say this is when the movie kind of starts to get a little shitty.
Luckily, it's about to end.
Yes.
Because this ending, he lights him on fire.
Yeah.
But at this point, Sal knows a shot to the head will kill him. He's seen multiple examples. He should be running away. Instead, he's bragging.
Yeah. Oh my God.
He's like, the only thing you damaged was my suit. And I like that Joe's just like, bang. He's just dead. He just collapses into dust. It's like, Sal, you knew that would kill you. Why didn't you run away?
Well, and also his head falls off and rolls.
Yeah, it's like.
And it's funny because like even before the scene, we got a really kind of like dumb scene where like he's running down the stairs. Joe's running downstairs to meet them on the street level, and when his old partner comes back, that's been turned and tries to attack him, and he's like, and he looks at him and just goes, "No," and shoots him. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, could we not have edited this better or something? Like, what in the world? He just looks at him and just goes, no.
It starts running out of steam, but again, it's about to end.
Yeah.
So it was fine. It's fine.
I will say that is one thing I always tell people when I tell people about this movie. I'm like, the movie's great. Ending sucks. Movie's great.
It's not even the ending sucks. It just kind of fizzles out. But luckily, it's like, it's about to end. Like if this had gone for another 40 minutes, then we would have had a problem.
So here's my thing is, this feels like when you were writing a paper that had a word limit. Yeah. And you reach that word limit, you're like, but I got like 3 more paragraphs. Yeah, I can wrap it up. I can wrap it up right here.
Yeah. And then that was fine.
Yeah. And then Kennedy died. And it's over.
So yeah, they kill him. They drive away. She's going to leave. But then she decides she's going to be with him.
Yeah,
they're gonna go on adventures together.
Yeah, it basically, she's like, but I have my flaws. You know, I kill for a living. She's like, and this is because this movie's got some good one-liners.
Yeah,
and that's what he's like. He goes, well, if you were perfect, you wouldn't be single.
And that's enough for her to be like, you know what? I won't kill myself in the sunlight. Let's do this.
Yeah, because he basically tells her, he's like, I love you. And she's like, how could you love me? I kill people. But with all that being said, I mean, this movie's great.
It's great. It's great. I'm actually gonna, like, when I'm done watching everything I need to watch, I actually really want to watch this again and like sit down with it because I had so much fun with it.
I'm telling you, and this was one of those movies, like, this is that new movie, like when you find out someone hasn't seen it, you're like, oh, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it.
My friend Pessy had seen it, but it had been a while, and I told him to like rewatch it because of all the Italian stuff we bring up on our show. I'm like, please, you gotta watch. I think that also helps. The last vampire thing I watched this was an episode of the Blade TV series, so I'm like, anything looks better. Anything looks better after that.
Well, that's another thing is like too, because like I was looking at the literally the VHS before driving over here, and I was like, oh shit, there's a dead mob guy. Like you said earlier, there's a dead mob guy on the poster
with his face in a plate of pasta.
I will say, did you see the other poster though, with her in the church?
Yes,
I think that would have been a better poster to go with.
And was that the French vampire poster? There's one where that was okay.
Yeah, because then there's also one where it's called there's another name, it was like Marie something.
Yeah,
it had the vampire's name in it or whatever. And I for some reason I could have swore Shout Factory had a Blu-ray copy of this movie.
They don't?
No, I think I was misthinking it as a Spain release or something.
There must be an HD. It looked great on Tubi.
I mean, it looks pretty good.
There has to be an HD version.
I just picked up the DVD.
Yeah.
What's called so I don't know how that's a bare bones like $5
old DVD.
That's a $5 Walmart bin DVD right there. So it probably looks like dog shit. I mean, I've talked a lot about this movie and how great it is. Is there anything else that you want to say about it?
No. I just encourage everyone to watch it again. As of right now, it's on Tubi. Go watch it on Tubi right now.
Yeah, before they take it off. Jesus Christ. It's weird. Every time Tubi has something and you go to watch it, it's that month or two that they take it off.
You know how many times I've there's been a movie on Tubi and I'm like, oh, I'm finally reviewing it. Let me go watch it. And then it's gone.
Yeah.
And then a week after I shoot the review, it's back on Tubi. I'm like, you gotta be. Most recently, I think it was Deep Rising. I'm like, come on, you're really killing me here.
Well, my thing is like every movie we review, I always have physical copies of.
Yeah.
And my big thing is though, like sometimes I don't have the time and place where I can sit down in front of the TV and watch it. So I do watch things on my phone a lot.
Yeah.
Like at the gym doing cardio. Let me watch 30 minutes.
You watch things on your cell phone? Get real. That's what David Lynch. David Lynch complained about people who watch things on their cell phone.
I used to be the same person until I was like, you know what?
Honestly, wait. At the time he was complaining about it, it looked like shit on cell phones. Like now it's not too bad. Like I get it.
Well, my thing is like I used to be the same way until I was like, you know what? I'm tired of not being able to watch these movies I want to watch because I don't have time to sit in front on the couch and watch it.
I mean, these days Netflix are specifically shooting stuff to look good on a cell phone. That's why backgrounds aren't as detailed and stuff,
true.
Which sucks, but whatever.
Well, yeah, that's true because these newer movies you're losing quality because they're adjusting for the new system.
And they're shooting them as if you would like a TV show to be more efficient. I'm like, well, that's fine for 20 episodes of a TV show, but this is one movie. Can't look good for one movie.
But here's the problem though. 9 times out of 10, it's big movies with real big actors in it.
And then everything looks like garbage.
Yeah, we're not talking about Chasing Amy that Kevin Smith is doing. We're talking about like a movie with Mark Wahlberg, for God's sakes. You know what I mean? Like you got the money. Yeah. Why aren't you not spending the money on the movie?
Well, because they spend it on the actor and everything else will look terrible. Anyway, definitely watch it. Definitely watch it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, Tony. We're in a different environment today, but still, where can we find you?
Well, you can find me on Hack the Movies on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts. I also have a Patreon. We're about to record something for Patreon.
Oh, no.
Yes. So check that out. Patreon.com/hack the movies. Sign up even for free. because you get the free podcast feed, and occasionally it'll upgrade you for a free trial. So yes, Hack the Movies. Wherever you search Hack the Movies, that's where you will find me. And I think you'll like some of the stuff we've done. We reviewed all the Crow sequels and the remake together.
Yes.
And recently we did The Fly.
The Fly, great movie.
Yep.
Great movie.
Yes.
Did we like it more than The Thing? I don't know. You need to watch the review.
That was, by the way, that was a good clickbait title. That worked really well. I just want you to know that worked really, really well. But yeah, that's all I got.
All right, that's it for today's episode. Innocent Blood, directed by John Landis. Thanks for coming by and stay hanging out with us today. And if you like this review, let us know in the comments. If you're going to check out the movie, also let us know. And after you watch it, let us know if you enjoyed it. But if you're interested in what we got coming up in the future, check out our website at www.videovillaentertainment.com. Or you can check our social feeds at anywhere you get your podcasting area, and social media is at Video Villa Entertainment. But that is it for today's episode. And until next time, I'm Logan.
I'm Tony from Hack the Movies.
And thanks for renting from the Villa.